Hi everybody. Today we're going to talk about Krittika Nakshatra. Krittika Nakshatra begins at 26 degrees and 40 minutes in Aries and goes to 10 degrees in Taurus. Krittika Nakshatra's ruling planet is the sun or Surya. The ruling deity is Agni or the fire god. The symbol for Krittika is a razor. The translation of Krittika is cutter. This is a female nakshatra. Its guna is rajasic, and the nature of this nakshatra is sharp and soft. The element of this nakshatra is earth. The caste of this nakshatra is Brahmin. And the yoni, or the animal of this nakshatra, is a female sheep. The natives of this nakshatra, they like to get to the reality of situations. These people are really fiery with their energy and personality. They're also extremely straightforward. And just because they are straightforward, they are also socially graceful as well. A lot of people think that Krittika, they get like really, really angry, but Krittika is more like the anger of the sun rather than the anger of like Mars. So they do get angry, but they're not like vengeful angry. Like, you know, a lot of Mars natives, if they do have the tendency to get angry within that nakshatra, they become kind of vengeful. Whereas this nakshatra has the sun. So they do get angry, but they're not like vengeful. These women in the nakshatra are usually really caring and warm. These natives tend to excel when they go abroad. They're capable of all sorts of tricky actions as well. These people will never go against like morality and ethics, but at the same time they enjoy love and pleasure. These people seem to also worry about a lot of things. Especially problems. They worry about problems. Sometimes, because they do worry about problems, they don't have that peace of mind. So, I mean, I guess you could just try to, you know, find ways to meditate and ease your mind, so to speak, and things might go more smoothly. Agni is the deity of this god, of this nakshatra, so it is a very ancient, energetic nakshatra. And we need fire to survive. Just so the energy of this nakshatra is really strong. Plus it's ruled by the sun itself. So it has a lot of fiery, strong, ancient type of essence inside there, inside the core of Krittika. Also, it's said that Kartikeya, one of the sons of Shiva and Shakti, was, of course, Ganesha and Kartikeya. And Kartikeya had his nakshatra in this as well. Or actually, I don't think he had his nakshatra in Krittika, but in some Vedic scriptures, Krittika was the foster mother of Kartikeya. So the relationship of this nakshatra is with Kartikeya as well. You know, these people would be really good at like fighting in war. As long as the war was for a noble cause, they would probably shine doing that. These people like to dissect problems and examine different results. These people can get spiritual. And once you start getting spiritual, you're gonna stay on that path. Some of the strengths of this nakshatra is your determination and your enthusiasm and passion. If this nakshatra has some malefic things going on, it might cause you to be aggressive and impatient, and it could even make you act immaturely. The females with this nakshatra these natives tend to have trouble with pressure, and sometimes if you do get pressurized, you suffer from depression or you feel overpowered. And in order to make up for feeling overpowered, you start to get an arrogant attitude. These women sometimes have high rates of separation from marriage, or they end up having a rigid husband. They also have trouble sometimes with relatives and neighbors as well. So sometimes these ladies can get a little bit, uh, like pressurized too much. And you know what happens when there's too much pressure? It explodes. So these females, they have the tendency to get too much pressure. So I would suggest get in a situation, maybe even if you have to go to a foreign land, get in a situation where you don't get pressured, and then everything will be good. And if you've got to stay inside your house all day and not go anywhere, then do it. Because having an unstable mind and feeling pressured is no way to live, So just have your peaceful life. And if, people want to come to you, they'll come to you. Don't sacrifice your mental well-being for anybody, especially if all they're doing is causing you pressure. You don't deserve that, and you can make your own life beautiful. Some of the males' characteristic. These guys get really bored with one thing. They like to move to different jobs. They like to move to different situations. They get bored really easily. You might switch your job without giving it any consideration or forethought, and then you'll end up with no job. So it's better if you find another job before you leave the one that you have. What do they say that saying? A bird in the hand is better than two in the tree or two in the bush. These people, especially the males, they have a lot of self-pride. And sometimes, it's good to have self-pride. But if you're, not doing anything to earn that self-pride, then, just nurture yourself more. And, maybe rather than, because when you have self-pride, it should be because you've reached a certain level in spirituality, or you've achieved something at work, or you've changed somebody's life. Those are the types of things that should make you feel good. But just looking in the mirror and not really contributing to society isn't really a reason to, you can feel good and try to strive for things, but don't let it end there. Tap into your core, and then, find a goal and aim for it, and then be proud that you got that goal. Krittika, so we'll move to your relationship compatibilities. Krittika, you folks are going to get along really well with nakshatras of Surya, or the sun. So you're going to get along with other Krittika, Uttar Falguni, Uttar Ashada. You're going to get along with Chandra, so that's Rohini, Hasta, Shravana. You're going to get along with Brihaspati nakshatras. So that's going to be Purnavasu, Vishaka, and Purva Bhadrapada. And of course, you're going to get along with Mongol nakshatras. So Mrigashira, Chitra, and Danishta. So there's a lot of chances for you to have, good people in your life that are a good influence on you and that you're a good influence on. Things are going to start going neutral with Mercury or Buddha. So that's Jeshta, Revati, and Ashlesha. And things start to go uneasy with Rahu and Ketu. So that's Mula, Magha, Ashwini, Shatabisha, Swati, and Arudra. And the most challenging relationships for you are with Shani. So that's Pushya, Anuradha, Uttra Bhadrapada. And then also with Shukra or Venus. So that's Bharani, Purva Falguni, and Purva Ashada. So folks, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson as much as I did. And thank you so much and have a great night.